Alright, in our last video we took a look at solving quadratic equations by factoring and then by completing the square. Now it's important that you know all the techniques. So this technique, solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula, is one that will always work on any quadratic equation. That's what's good about it. Now every good math student knows the quadratic formula. If you don't know it, you better learn it. Here it is. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now you just got to know that. That's just something that's very, very basic in Algebra 2. Every Algebra 2 student needs to know it. Now I'll show you how we're going to use it. Well, all it is letters A, B, and C. It's that easy. It's as easy as A, B, C, as long as you know what A, B, and C are. And remember that a quadratic equation is one in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So A, B, and C are simply the coefficient of the x squared term, the coefficient of the x term, and the constant. So all you have to do is take those values and plug them into the formula. It's very easy. Start off with a simple example. 2x squared minus 7x plus 5 equals 0. Well, A, B, and C, everything's in order. Sometimes you might have to rearrange the terms, but A, B, and C are 2, negative 7, be sure to take the sign with it, and 5, respectively. So we're going to plug those values into our formula. Here goes. Negative b would be the negative of negative 7, so it becomes positive 7, because negative 7 is positive 7, plus or minus the square root of b squared. You'll get to the point where you can do most of this in your head, but I'm going to write it out for this first problem. That's b squared minus 4 times a is 2, times c is 5, all over 2 times a, which is 2 times 2. The rest is just simplifying this expression. So we have 7 plus and minus underneath the radical. 7 squared is 49. Minus 4 times 2 is 8 times 5 is 40. All over 2 times 2, which is 4. All over 4. 7 plus or minus root 9 over 4 equals 7 plus or minus 3 over 4. And now you just combine the numbers together to get your two answers. Let me scroll back. We don't want to lose it. So you just go 7 plus 3, which is 10/4. And then you go 7 minus 3, which is 4/4, which is 1. And then 10/4 can be reduced to 5/2. So the solutions are 5/2 or 1. Well, that was pretty straightforward. It really is. The quadratic formula, very easy to use. It's just a matter of plugging the correct numbers into the formula. So let's go with one now, though, that is a little jumbled up. So we'll go 2x equals 7 minus x squared. All right, let's put it in standard form for a quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx equals c. So in other words, we're going to rearrange the terms. Let me grab a different color here. The x squared on the right, I'm bringing to the left and putting it first. It becomes positive x squared. The 2x is next, and the 7 comes over as a minus 7 equals 0. So now it's in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. Whoops. Bx, got ahead of myself. Bx plus c equals 0, where a is understood 1, b is the 2, and c is negative 7. So let's write it out. Let me write the formula one more time. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Substituting in the values for a, b, and c, negative b would be negative 2 plus or minus b squared would be 2 squared. This time I'm just going to go ahead and square it. Let's save a little time by not writing out every single little step. 4 times a times c, and if you want it, you can go ahead and do that in your head as 4 times 1 times negative 7. Just be careful with your arithmetic. 4 times 1 is 4 times negative 7 is negative 28, And watch your signs there. So it's 4 minus negative 28 because the minus is part of the formula. All over 2 times a, which is 2. Underneath the radical, we're going to combine those numbers together and get 32 over 2, and now we have some radical simplification. So, negative 2 plus or minus 32 can be factored into 16 times 2. Square root of 16 is 4. We'll bring that out, and the 2 stays under, all over 2. Okay, now we need to simplify this, and you can cancel. But some students kind of goof this up sometimes. The thing is, you have to cancel. As long as you cancel this number with both of those numbers, you can't just do one. You just can't cancel the 2 with the 2. Alright, so let's cancel. 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 4 twice. Now, we're left with negative 1 plus or minus 2 root 2, which is the final answer. So be careful on that cancellation. I've seen that error happen many times. Okay, well, the formula comes through again for us. Let's take one more example and consider it mastered. Let's go, how about x squared plus 9 equals negative 9x. All right, step 1, getting this equation in the correct form. So x squared plus 9x plus 9 equals 0. Using the formula, which I'm not going to write again, and we'll just do it. Negative b would be negative the b number, so it's negative 9, plus and minus the square root of b squared, which is 9 squared, or 81, minus 4 times a is 1, times c is 9. 4 times 1 times 9 is 36, all over 2a, which is 2. Okay, so all we have to do here is do a little bit of subtraction, and we get 45. 81 minus 36 over 2. And again, like the last problem, the radicand 45 can be broken down. It's 9 times 5. So the square root of 9 is 3. It comes out left with a 5 underneath, all over 2. And no cancellation possible because 2 doesn't go into 9 and 3, or either one actually, and we're done. There's the final answer. Quadratic formula. Very, very helpful in solving any quadratic equation. It's just a matter of plugging and simplifying. So if you don't know this yet, learn it. It's going to be very helpful for you. Alright, solving the quadratic formula. Now you've seen 3 different methods, and it's important that you know all 3. So we'll conclude this video. Goodbye.